I think people are concerned about issues of race in the country, and particularly this voting rights decision, because it's a sad and tragic decision. Particularly when you think about the 50th anniversary of Medgar Evers, who fought and died to register the people to vote in Mississippi, when you've got Nelson Mandela, one of the greatest fighters for voting, who is fighting for his life in a Johannesburg hospital. This background is particularly troubling when you have this decision come down. To strike down the Voting Rights Act, which is the most democratizing piece of legislation we've ever passed in this country, where 800,000 new voters were registered within 2 years after its passage in 1965, is really sad. And for the majority to basically say that while racism continues, and they recognize that it's up to Congress to prove it today, I think is really sad, Piers.
But it is sad and pretty extraordinary that you have to have the first African-American president of the United States coming out blazing with fury at the Supreme Court decision like this. It's almost, you know, all the steps he took forward for America with his election being thrown right back again.
Piers, we've made tremendous progress in this country, and as you mentioned, we've elected and re-elected our first African-American president. But progress doesn't mean post-racial. Progress doesn't mean that race is no longer significant in this society in terms of hardships and opportunities that individuals endure. And I think for us to look at the Supreme Court majority decision, the only thing I think they did right is to say that history matters. And clearly history matters and changes have occurred. But they also need to understand that racism matters, and that while history is changing, racism continues to exist in our society.